How about Javonte?
This is a big guy.
The field.
And that was him scoring a touchdown. In many people's opinion, it's one of the best moments that can happen in the sport of football because guys like this primarily are recruited for their stature and are not typically meant to get their hands on the ball. But when they do, oh my goodness, magic happens.
Another touchdown for J.J. Watt. To Boston Scott to the end zone. Touchdown, Lane Johnson. Take the handoff, Tannehill, wide open. Touchdown, field 45-40. A hurdle to Hune.
Now, with Father's Day coming up, if you don't want to fumble your gift to dad, then you are in luck because today's video is sponsored by our friends over at manscaped.com. If you're looking for the right tools to ensure that you cross the goal line without fumbling, then pick up the Handyman today. It's perfectly designed to trim and tidy up even as much as a 3 days growth to keep your beard looking sharp. And is your ear and nose hair tightly covered? Fret not, because the Weed Whacker 2.0 is precisely the tool you need to connect in those hard to reach places. With a powerful 7,000 RPM motor and a 360 degree rotary dual blade system, the Weed Whacker 2.0 will tackle any unwanted hair like a pro. And what more of an ideal time to be picking them up than as the perfect Father's Day gift, so ditch the coffee mug and get your happy a trimmer that's trusted by over 10 million men worldwide from manscaped.com using code PUNTS at checkout for 20% off. Yes, PUNTS at checkout for 20% off and free international shipping. So today we're going to be going back and looking at the history of all these events, all the designed, undesigned, and miraculous ways the Thicc 6 has occurred. And in a change of pace, we're going to start in 2024 and work our way backwards. Now, the most recent version of this actually took place on the UFL in a fake field goal for the Brahmas. Punter and holder Brad Wing makes it past his first, second, and third read to throw it to the wide open center in the middle of the field, who was at the left wing position, as he would rumble and tumble his way in for a touchdown. Now, back in this most recent season, we had a few, like when Justin Herbert got strip sack, allowing for big number 95 to take off towards the end zone, and I guess the Chargers thought the play was dead, or it was just the fact that they were getting slapped around like a kid with glasses at recess because absolutely nobody was even trying to stop him. And on defense, this is what the trend is going to be. Big men are going to get into the end zone through interceptions or fumbling, and it's beautiful. But offensively, we get to see a different iteration pulled off. Or not so much, like the Lions, who love getting their offense the ball, like they did against the Vikings with a pass to Sewell. But they did get one in the box with a pass to Taylor Decker, where it was called back due to a load of inconveniences, and they were never announced as eligible, allegedly.
Unbelievable! The 2-point try is good!
This was also only worth 2 points if it did count, but it's still a Thicc 6 in our heart. Earlier that year though, in the 2022 season, we did get a fumble recovery in the end zone by no other than Carolina legend Michael Jordan. And while that's a crazy thing to say, none of that made it any less true. But we also got to see the Chiefs pull off this beautiful big man touchdown as Patrick Mahomes rolls out. The right tackle pretends like he's blocking Watt, then chucks him to the ground and turns around, catching the pass for a touchdown in the wild card round. 2021 was an absolute insane year for the big boys. Week 16 had not one, not two, not three, but 4 big man touchdowns in a single week, with the Jaguars offensive lineman Will Richardson falling on the fumble for a touchdown, which you've got to love to see. And if that's the only time that happened this game, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal. But on the flip side of the ball, Zach Wilson scrambles to find Connor McDermott in the back of the end zone for the toe tap touchdown in one of the best plays of that miserable game. And this one didn't count, but check out the effort by Robert Hunt for the Dolphins against the Ravens as he dove towards the end zone. I wish it would have counted. We also got to see Lane Johnson high step his way into the end zone in the dismantling of the Giants with a Dak Prescott pass to Terrence Steele while they were stomping the football team. Do you remember that they were called that? You know, they deserve to have this touchdown scored on them. Then, in the Lions vs. Seahawks blowout, we got the honor of seeing 2 attempts at the big man touchdown, with a pass to Matt Nelson getting broken up, but later that same drive, they would complete the pass to Decker for 6 points and an explanation for why they tried that in 2023. On the flip side of the ball, we got to see Fletcher Cox get in on the fumble recovery in the end zone for the free 6 points against their division rivals.
Fletcher Cox the heartbeat of this Eagles defense.
Wentz is also going to be able to complete a wide open pass to Danny Pinner to put points up on the board for the third time this year. We see the Cowboys pop up, this time scoring the big man defensive touchdown as quarterback Taysom Hill couldn't get it over Watkins as he runs it back. Now we're going to take it back to 2020 and we get a pass from Baker Mayfield to Kendall Lamb for the 1-yard reception and touchdown against the Titans. Now back in 2019, we'd get, you guessed it, more big man touchdowns. Come on, I knew you weren't tired of them yet, but you're gonna kind of get the points for these types of passing touchdowns. They were happening a lot and were just fake plays. In fact, there were 8 of them this year alone, which is the record, by the way. But my question to you is, did you really click on this video just to watch offensive linemen catch wide open passes? If so, here's a quick mashup through the decades.
Called by Jason Garrett, Andrew Thomas.
Touchdown. Time. And he finds Deion Dawkins.
Throws low, but in the end zone, get this. It is a touchdown to Taylor Decker. And the runner to the back. A fake to him and a touchdown for Donald Penn. The tackle. Fake.
Ryan to the end zone. Touchdown. It is Johnson.
Man rolls out. He has Flacco. Play fake and then wide open. Anthony Costanzo on a tackle.
Bootleg throws the pass wide open. Holy Toledo.
Fake to Martin, then a dump, and it is juggled and caught.
Goes to the end zone. Wide snap. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Play action by Lindicki and a touchdown to Blake.
Throws the end zone. Kurt Warner to Ryan Tucker.
Johnson throws toward the goal. Snap. Touchdown Tampa Bay.
Wants to throw into the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Christian Wilkins, all 6'4", 310 pounds.
Takes, fakes, looks, throws, end zone, cone, has it, touchdown!
The ball, there he is, Jonathan Ogden, touchdown! Ogden sneaks out. Good right, throws, completes it to McIntyre. He's down to the 1, he fights for the end zone, touchdown!
Hand off, no Boomer running around to the right, look, throws into the end zone to Anthony Munoz, touchdown!
So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm just kidding. That doesn't even cover all the thick sixes of 2019. I just wanted to be able to talk about more than just these little pop passes because they're cool, but not too exciting. Like, look at this pass, how the Falcons against the Buccaneers throw it to Ty Sombrello in the seam for a 35-yard touchdown. Hell yeah, that's what we're talking about. And the year prior, we were able to see this amazing run back by Vikings D lineman Linval Joseph after he was able to get the interception, as well as the fridge impersonation by Bears D lineman Akeem Hicks getting the 1-yard gain for a touchdown. And you might say, the fridge? Who is the fridge? Oh, just you wait. Also, I know this technically counts as a play I just talked about, but like, come on, a couple fake field goal passes from the kicker to the tackle. This is what God wanted when he invented football. How could I not show it? But what we all love to see is stuff like this. 2016 Broncos versus Chiefs, big old Dontario Poe lined up in the Wildcat formation, and there's only one way this can go, and it's well for the Chiefs as he run forward, but then jump passes it for the incredibly rare defensive tackle passing touchdown. Plays like this is why history lessons exist. And the year prior, Poe would get in the box again, this time off the miraculous screen pass, which is enough to bring a singular masculine tear to my eye. We'd also get that same year a huge 53-yard strip sack touchdown and a 61-yard touchdown with both defensive linemen showing some impressive breakaway speed. Now, 2015 might be the biggest man touchdown as Baylor tackle Laquan McGowan gets a rep at tight end as a 6'7", 390-pound behemoth completely fools everybody to catch a pass for a touchdown. And how could you even be mad at that? Also, this game, what a gem. 2014, I'm not sure if this counts, but it's too cool not to talk about. TJ Watt catches an offensive pass. Like, what was the need to do this aside from just cementing his golden jacket legacy? He didn't even fake or anything. He lined up his wide receiver and literally just caught that. What a play. And it's around here that these plays kind of start to dry up a little bit. We wouldn't see too many big boy scores, but in 2013, we'd see a Donald Penn reappear on this list with a 1-yard pass. But importantly, we would get a Kent State D lineman on a fake punt hurdle. While he is only a 261 pounds, which is a bit small for this list, there's no way I could possibly leave it off. In the 2012, we get the Packers defensive lineman Mike Daniels pick up a mishandled ball by Matthew Stafford on a much-have touchdown to help them come back from a 13-point deficit. And staying on the Packers, we get one of the best big man moments when B.J. Raji picks off the Bears quarterback to give us this absolutely awesome moment of a big man running in with an outstretched arm towards the end zone. Now, we see the passing touchdowns in general start to fade at this point moving forward. The year before, the Packers had seen the promise of their nose tackle and actually handed him the ball against the Buccaneers for a 1-yard touchdown. And in 2010, we would see Sean Smith of everywhere fame be handed the ball against the Seahawks to the dismay of everyone, especially the opposing defensive linemen, as I'm sure everybody ended up with a bit of a headache after this. And the era before these 2010s could be defined as the defensive tackle rumbling touchdowns, because boy, were there just a bunch of big guys picking up fumbles and loose passes and running their big behinds into the end zone. One of those being the addition of the longest return to our list as a 98-yard fumble recovery touchdown by a defensive lineman, Mike, after a successful goal line stand. We also had some amazing ones like a Shawn Rogers interception and dive into the end zone against the Broncos in 2007, or his run for glory against the Saints in 2005 as he carried multiple people on his back on the way to score.
Rodgers at the 15, at the 10, still going at the 5. Unbelievable, carrying Saints with him.
We also had plays like this one from Sam Adams back in 1998. Or how about in 97, Gabe Wilkins would pick off the Bears and then hurdle the quarterback as he proceeded to return it 77 yards for the touchdown. 96, Jerry Ball would intercept the Jaguars for a 66-yard big man touchdown. And in 95, we would have a couple amazing ones. Vaughn Booker would find a loose ball, but what's most impressive was his athleticism shown on getting into the end zone. Or how about Warren Sapp's amazing one-handed grab against the Falcons for the walk-in touchdown. I just still cannot believe he was able to pull that off. And 85 would give us some of our most memorable moments. We're going to throw it back to the beginning of this video for those who didn't know who the Fridge was, because we got not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns scored by defensive tackle William Perry, better known as the Refrigerator, 2 of them being rushing touchdowns and 1 of them being a receiving touchdown. He really was one of the most electrifying players of his day. 83 also gave us this amazing Bob Golick interception against the Packers, and 84 was the earliest offensive lineman touchdown I could find, and I know it was in the mashup, but I just wanted to highlight its importance on this list, coming all the way back in 84. But I think some of the most prominent big man moments never resulted in a touchdown, like the infamous wrong way touchdown by Jim Marshall in 1966, where he picked the ball up, thought he was doing his best return job, just to realize that he scored in the wrong direction, giving them a safety. Or the most famous big man play, in my opinion, was when New England lineman Dan Connolly returned a squib kickoff for 71 yards, setting them up in touchdown position against the Packers. And it's plays like this that we all love to see. So if you like this quick history lesson, consider subscribing, and peace.